welcome to another lesson. Today, we're doing fitness, but typically when we think about fitness, we think about push-ups and sit-ups and things like that. It's all fine and good, but another very important part of fitness is actually stretching. Stretching. Yep, today we're going to be working on that, all right? Now, before we get started with the actual stretches, let's go over a couple things, okay? First of all, there are two different types of stretches, okay? There is dynamic stretching. Dynamic. What that means is like stretching while moving, getting warmed up, okay? Loosening up your muscles through movement, more so than what we're going to do today, which we also are going to be calling static stretching. So dynamic is moving, static is stationary, okay? And dynamic things would be like burpees, okay? I would show you that, but those are very difficult and they make me sweat. Jumping jacks, leg kicks, squats, lunges, push-ups, things like that you might do to warm up. Static stretching is seated, standing in place, toe touches, arm across shoulder. We're going to do a lot of that today. Let's talk about stretching and kind of the benefits and what people would want to use it for. Stretching does not help soreness. So I'm sorry to tell you that if you work out hard and you're sore tomorrow, stretching is not the fix to that, okay? For soreness, you need ice, Advil, things like that. Stretching can decrease the risk of injury while you are exercising, going about your daily life, running around town. So for that reason alone, it's very helpful, and it's a very important thing to make sure you know how to do. So it's not gonna get rid of your soreness, but stretching will help to decrease the risk of injury. It increases blood flow to muscles. All right. So when you get a good pump going, when you get a good workout in, and your arms are feeling good and all, that's blood flow that's coming in, and it's delivering more oxygen to your muscles, getting the sweat going, getting your heart pumping, and that's all very important. So stretching will actually help to increase blood flow to muscles, and that's healthy. That's very good for us. You can stretch throughout the day. You don't have to just do it before you work out. It's especially good if you sit a lot, if you're in school or your work and you're sitting down a lot throughout the day. Stretching is a fantastic thing, and it's something that you can just find 5 or 10 minutes. Get some stretches in a couple times a day, and before long, you're getting a lot of stretching in over the course of time, which is good. When we are going to be doing these stretches, and I'm going to have to work on it too, so make sure you guys call me out on it, all right? We do not want to bounce when we stretch. So when we're doing our static stretches today, we are going to slow down, hold, and back up. It does not help to stretch to bounce up and down, trying to get down to your toes. When we do this, okay, we're going to make sure that we balance both sides, that we stretch on both sides. So if we stretch a right leg, we're going to stretch a left leg. If we stretch a right arm, we're going to stretch a left arm, okay? And that's just because we want to keep our body balanced. And then what I have up here, you may be wondering, okay, we're going to call these resistance bands, okay? And what that does, that helps you to stretch because, like, you're going to see I'm not very flexible, okay? Hopefully, the more that I practice, the more stretching that I do, I will get better and better over time, okay? But for right now, I may not be able to touch my toes. Maybe you can't touch your toes, and that's totally fine, all right? Well, we're going to talk about our resistance bands, and I have a couple different examples, all right? They're all pretty similar. Look at this thing, all right? It's stretchy, okay? That's a key with these bands, all right? And they come in all different kinds, so there's a long, stretchy one. Look at these two. They're different colors, different shapes. If you're able to feel them, they're different amounts of resistance, okay? And resistance is like how hard you have to pull to get these to pull apart, okay? So some materials are easier to pull apart, and some are harder to pull apart. So these are two different examples. Same kind of concept here, right? This one's got handles on it, okay? You can loop that around your feet and tug on those handles. This one here, we lost our resistance band. Sorry, buddy. This one here, look at this. It's like our blue one, but what does it have? What does it have in the top? It's got a knot tie. All right. It's got an actual loop tied, and you could wrap put that over your toe, help with leg stretches, use it for arms. So that's kind of fun. So if you have a band, you can tie it. Now you may be asking me, well, Hendrix, I don't have a resistance band. So how am I to participate in stretching? Well, good thing you ask. And I tell you what, I'm going to show you right now. This right here, this is just a t-shirt. A t-shirt that I've, folded up or whatever and turned it into a resistance band. And it works perfectly. It works just as well as all these devices, okay? And to prove it, this is what we're going to use for our stretches. Resistance bands, stretching techniques, the importance of stretching, all that's very good. But I know you're wondering, when are we going to get started? We're going to get started right now, okay? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to sit down on our bottoms, okay? And you use a t-shirt, a resistance band, for any time that you cannot get all the way down into your stretch. So we're going to start with going down to our toes, down to the middle, okay? So watch, I'm going to loop it over, okay? You're going to try to keep your knees as straight as you can, all right? Straighten out your legs, and then this is it. It doesn't look like much, but I'm just going to hold it. We're going to count a slow 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's great. That's really good, okay? Now we can do some more specific for each leg, okay? So what I'm going to do is your choice, I'm going to bring one leg in, and the other leg's going to stay out. I'm going to use my resistance band or my t-shirt over the toe. Oh, that's a good one. And we're going to just pull until we feel it stretch in the back of our knee here, okay? We're going to stretch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very, very good. All right. Now remember we talked about balance. So we did one leg. We don't leave the other leg hanging. All right. That other leg wants some stretching too. So we're going to get the other leg out, other leg in, pull down. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you'll tell as you're doing this, you feel more loose. Your legs feel good. That is stretching your muscles, but like we said, it also is going to increase blood flow. And by that, you're going to actually feel kind of more loose and ready to work. You're getting your body ready. All right, this is what we call butterfly, okay? Feet in. And what we're going to do is with our elbows, kind of push those knees down and lean forward a little bit. And you're going to feel this in your groin, okay, which is the top inside of both of your legs, okay? Same thing. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, nice, nice. Now, guys, while we're down here, let's go ahead, get some arms, okay? So we're going to take one arm, your choice, doesn't matter. We're going to put it over the chest, elbow, lock it in there, and we're going to pull into our chest a little bit and get this arm out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. That's a good one too. I like that one a lot. Same thing. Don't forget about the other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Now we can continue with kind of the shoulder, the arm work, okay? We can go over the back, okay? Come here. So you're going to pick one arm, press it back, real gentle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very gentle is the key, whether we're trying to touch our toes, whether we're pulling our arm across. You are not trying to force your body to do anything that it can't do, okay? You have to understand that over time, you will get more flexible. If you do this every day, you will get more flexible. All right, we're going to lay on our back. You need your resistance band, your t-shirt, whatever it is, okay? We're going to put a leg over the head, okay? And this is a good time for the resistance band. So I'm going to loop it, okay? And I'm going to try to straighten that leg out. That's great. Great job, guys. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Same thing. Other leg. Oh, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as we get better at this, you'll be able to touch with your hand. You can pull your toe down to stretch out your calf. Okay, so you can do a lot of things, all right? That is really, really great. We're going to do just a couple more, All right, just a couple more. Back with our legs. We're gonna have them out straight. We're gonna pick a leg and we're gonna put it over. We're gonna cross it. Okay, see this? I'm gonna pull in up into my chest, gentle, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's good for your hip. Okay, hips are very important. We use those all day when we're walking around. Other leg, don't forget about them. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And, you may notice that some of your stretches, you're better or worse at maybe a type of stretch, or maybe one stretch you're good on one side of the body and not so good on the other side. And that is totally normal. Every single one of us is going to be an individual, is going to be unique in what works for us, what we have difficulty with. And so that's what's fun, is that as we all work through this together, we're all going to figure out things that we can ourselves focus on. So what I'm focusing on, not going to be what you're focusing on necessarily, but they're both equally important for us to work on. And so I'm so glad that we're all doing that together. Now, this time, we're actually going to do this is a little bit crazy, all right? The pigeon stretch. See this? I pull a leg back, my foot is back here. Okay, now if this is uncomfortable, all right, do not do this, okay? If this is uncomfortable, you can kind of adjust whatever you need to do, or just skip it. And I'm going to try to reach down. And see, I'm not getting very far, but I'm feeling the stretch, okay? So it is not about how it looks. It's about how it feels to your body, okay? 5, that is nice. All right, hopefully I don't get stuck down here, right? Oh, and see, now this one I can tell I am not near as flexible on. All right, so I'm gonna have to even hold myself up, and I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, all right, guys, we've got one more. And this is a good one, all right? The gargoyle. You know what a gargoyle is? It's typically on churches. It's a stone statue of a guy that's kind of squatting like this. He'll have some wings. That's kind of what we're doing, all right? So we're going to push out on our legs, and we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, how do y'all feel? Feel good? I do. That was great. All right. Now, let's go over some of the stuff we talked about, okay? We talked about resistance bands, all different types. We used a t-shirt, and you saw it worked great, okay? We talked about kind of the benefits to stretching, blood flow, helping to, increase your flexibility, helping to reduce injury, okay? We talked about the different types of stretching. We talked about dynamic stretching. We'll do that one. Don't you worry. We talked about static stretching, right? Which is seated, which is stationary. This is what we did today. We talked about the benefits of both. We talked about balance, okay? We talked about if you do one arm, do the other arm. If you do one leg, do the other leg, okay? That's all so important. And then something to think about too is that if you're stretching to get ready for an activity, if you're stretching to get ready to go play basketball, if you're stretching to get ready to go outside and go on a walk around the neighborhood, whatever it might be, if you're trying to get warmed up, static stretching is not what you want to do. You want to do a dynamic warm-up, the movement warm-up, okay? And when we have our dynamic lesson, we'll be able to show you a lot of different great ways to get ready. But just understand that you don't want to use the same type stretching or the same type activities for everything, okay? Everything has a purpose. Everything has its place. And so static stretching, what we've been doing today, this is great for any time throughout the day. If you want to take a little break and do some stretching, it's also great for when you are done working out, when you're done walking around the neighborhood. So a couple different ways to do it. And certainly I hope you guys will continue practicing and getting better and better. And it's kind of fun. It's fun sometimes to track, right? You could take a picture today and see how far down you can go, right? Well, maybe a month from now, take another picture. See if you're able to get further, okay? And remember with all of this, the key is just to be gentle. We are fine. We're not going to overdo it. We're not here to stretch any kind of way. We're here to stretch our way, okay? Thank you all. You did awesome. Keep it up. Let us know how you do. Keep learning, keep improving, and we'll see you next time.